Rush1n Rascals.
Have you ever stopped and wondered, why do so many teams use the same tanks in tournaments? It's actually a really easy question to answer. What's up? My name is Jack Cypher, and today on Rush1n Rascals, I'm going to be talking to you about the T110 E5 and the IS4. Both tier 10 heavies of American and Russian likeness. And today we're going to be discussing why these are so strong and why so many tournament teams are adamant about using them. We're going to be using two replays today by myself. The first one we're going to be looking at is in the T110 E5 on Yukon. This personally is from my tournament team that we ran later this week, and it was a really good game, and it showed you kind of how you want to play the T110 E5 and what is so strong and what is not so strong about it. So first of all, the T110 E5, I'm just gonna say straight up, this is the king of average. There's really no other way to put it. It has decent DPM, it has decent mobility, it has decent armor, and it has really good gun depression. That's one of the biggest things about this, is the Kronvong and the T110 E5 are the kings of hold down when playing tier 10 tournaments. That's one of the biggest reasons that these are used so much, is they're able to push and get to positions easily, and they're able to easily come back and push against big other heavies like, say, of German or Russian likeness, but they're still able to quickly get around while being able to hold their own. So that's one of the biggest reasons that the T110 E5 is liked so much. Another reason is, while a lot of other heavies in the tier 10 area have huge alpha but terrible reticle dispersion, the T110 E5 is actually really good. I'm not going to give you straight stats for it because I don't have that up right now. But anyways, so as you can see, we've already done a good job getting into the correct position, and honestly, this is one of the best positions to work if you're in a T110 E5. Now, it does not have good side armor, but this is still a good position to use. While I'm not actually side scraping in the tank, it's more or less just trying to hide the big track wheel, and that is the big point I want to make as a weakness of this tank, is the track wheels on this thing are absolutely terrible, and they're very easily penned. Another large downside to this tank, it has one of the weakest ammo racks of its tier. I don't think you'll see that much this game, but it's the big rumor is that the IS-7 has the weakest ammo rack, and although it is funny to see IS-7s get absolutely destroyed by monster-sized TDs, it's actually kind of a fable myth, because this tank actually, its ammo rack, while not absolutely destroyed, this actually gets critted more than your average IS-7. So that is why you'll see me running dual repair kits on this, is because while often you have to detrack the tank because the tracks are so weak, you have to also be able to repair that repair the ammo rack, because that is one of the other giant weaknesses of the tank, is when people shoot through that very large track wheel, your ammo rack is right behind it. So very, very disappointing about the tank. But of course, like all the best tanks, you kind of have to have a downside for so much good. So it doesn't hurt the tank, you just have to be careful when you're playing it. And this game, it didn't exactly show you the amazing brawling capabilities, but it did show you how working as a team with this tank will really, really work to your advantage. A lot of the times I was working with Mad Fishy, him and I did a lot of double teaming that night. Max roll 500, very nice to see. But as you can see, we did a lot of double teaming that night, along with Kronvongs as well. Those also work as a really good mashup. Really, just anything with that awesome hold down capability works really well in this scenario. So that's all the damage we're going to be doing for this game. And so overall, the T110 E5 is a very solid tank. It has some big issues, but the issues are so standard that you're easily able to take care of them. Now, we're going to be moving on to a game in the IS4 that I played today. It's nothing special, nothing really compared to this, but it was still a good game, and so I want to show it to you. The damage is not really what we're going to be paying attention to like maybe in the last game, but what I wanted to show you with this was the reason people play the IS-4. Now, the IS-4 is a tier 10 Russian heavy tank, and this thing is played in tournaments not as some vital reposition tank, not as some hunt in a pack and get it all done like the T110E5. T110E5 works great in a pack, but the IS-4 you'll see here is take the hit tank. It really just takes the hit like a true Chad, and you'll see here I'm able to hold off a T110E5, an IS-4, and a Chieftain Mark 6 almost single-handedly by the time that the game is ended and we're starting to clear people, because this E6, probably not the best E6 out there. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on him, but the E6, not the best player. E4 was not the best player either, though he did do well. Anyways, so as you can see, these heavies that we'll be fighting, you can already tell they are not the best. This Chieftain was probably the best out of all of them, but we're already up to 1900 block damage, and that is not where it stops. So trying to pull back into more of a hold down position, and finally they're starting to learn it and pen us, and so we're going to repair and pull back. There's really no point in, I wanted to let that Chieftain get the shot in because I knew he was just going to go for the track all over again, so there really was no point in going for it. Funny shot right there. I think I went through the E5's tracks and penned the IS-4, so funny right there. One thing to keep in mind is the E5 and the IS-4 both have amazing, the IS-4 has amazing standard pen, but both of them have amazing heat pen, and that's one of the reasons people love these tanks. Is loading that heat, you're almost guaranteed to butter through anything, and so that's one of the reasons it's so loved. Another bounce shot right there, and we're already at 2700 blocked damage, and I don't know if there's more block to come, but we will start putting on the damage. Flunked a shot right there, was not entirely sure what happened there, but anyways, so you can kind of see here why people like this tank so much in tournaments. It's really just to take the hit tank. It's not meant to do massive amounts of damage, although it easily can do that, as you've seen. It's more of just a take it and break it kind of tank. It's just meant, it's meant to be the line. It's like a short mouse with a smaller gun. It's honestly just a really fun tank. One of my favorite tier 10s all in all. So anyways, if you did like this kind of content, make sure to smash the like button, obliterate, subscribe, hit us up in the comments below if you have any thoughts, feelings, love letters, or hate mail. Just give it to us. If you do want to have full-on conversation with us, make sure to hit us up in the Discord. Any links to this channel, including Discord, will be in the description below. One and all, ladies and gentlemen, subs and grubs, and all you motherless goats in between, my name is Jack Cypher, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Bye for now.